The most important thing for me is that I am raising the children, not a stranger at the kindergarten.
Starting from the very early age, when it's enough for me to lay the baby down, put them in the stroller, place the stroller under the window, and I'm free. I can take care of the house, do some tasks there, cook or go for a walk, do something in the garden. But in the city this time it just slips away because you have to go out with the stroller to the street and at best walk somewhere in the park.
In the city, children are usually taken out for walks. Here they go. A child goes where he wants, when he wants. Free, I am not afraid at all. She went to the neighbors a kilometer away. It's not scary. The child went out and is crawling. Right now they are climbing on the roofs. In the city, she climbs garages. Here he climbs our roof.
In the city, it's constant stress from the morning, getting them ready for kindergarten, rushing to work, picking them up in the evening. Already tired, there's no time to be with the kids. But here, they're always with me. I say, the girls were lucky. They never went to kindergarten, not even one day. Here on the estate, they have been playing by themselves. Since the age of 3, they can go to the neighbors, to the children, to the neighbors.
And in the city, I'm always like, how did you let her go? She went somewhere, like to a friend's somewhere else. It's far, and in half an hour, you're already worried on the phone.
Urban environments with their mass entertainments for children, those bright lures. And parents often try, since they work, to take the children on weekends specifically to some centers. A child experiences an overdose of these bright spots, which is unusual for human psychology.
For child psychology.
Yes, for children's psychology. That's why they grow up much more hysterical than they might have been.
You understand the certain norms, standards, and stereotypes are already being instilled in a person. So if everyone has a mobile phone, a good one, then you definitely must have one too.
Probably easier to give the child a phone, turn on a cartoons. This is easier perhaps, but where will this lead? We keep asking ourselves this question.
Somehow I managed to never give my 8-year-old daughter a phone at all. And as a result, the child is interested in drawing, singing, dancing. Now she is very eagerly reading many books. She's interested in everything, in life as a whole. That is, to study on her own, not just watch on the TV screen. Kids, they have the mind, they say, is at the fingertips. Yes, when they touch everything with their hands.
He is always in contact with something alive. He watches everything. Well, there are bugs and stuff, but that's okay. But he is in an environment that constantly develops him, and children develop faster in nature. They are more sensitive. They are not like that. They are of course also restless. They also fall, scrape the knees, sometimes quarrel, but they don't have that kind of hysterical fussing.
And when you live here a lot and communicate with both the animal and plant world directly, you do not see it somewhere in a picture, but receive much more information. You can feel it tactilely, you can sense the smell. Size, yes, the same. You see how it changes, that it is alive, grows. And I think children, of course, are more aware of it here.
Therefore, of course, our children need freedom. They need space, an opportunity for self-realization, creative fulfillment, the ability to choose what and how they will do, how they will react. But for this, a child must be, that is, free. He should be emotionally free, right? Free in his actions, in the analysis. Therefore, in general, of course, We chose this path for our children and for the children of our former ones.
And maybe we can't teach everything, but nature itself can teach some things. This vast space can teach something where a person feels small and young, or a child feels more free. They are not confined by four walls like in an apartment. But here, after all, he is more free. Yes, he can go there. He can visit this neighbor. He can... Meaning his horizon is much wider and there is much more he can learn about and think about, being still so young. Recently, friends also organized a children's gathering and many kids came, both from our settlement and many from the city. And one boy from the city came. He is about 13 years old. He is always with gadgets, always in this electronic life. And he calls his mom the first evening, "Mom, there's so much here. There's nothing there. So much grass, trees. I want to live here." And it seems to me, so just so that a person sees that there is something else, right? I mean, even if they forget about it through 6 months, in a year, but this seed planted that he wanted to live here, maybe it will come to him at 25, 30, even at 40 years. It's wonderful that he understands there's some other alternative, and many even to retirement they come to the thought that how nice it was, yes, at grandma's in the village. That's what I'll do in retirement. And if a person, well, earlier due to some circumstances cannot do this, then at least by retirement, and to their children, grandchildren, yes. So also to show that there is another way of life, in my opinion, that is valuable. That is from our generation, which was raised in apartments and with a television. I think our task is to properly raise our children.
That is, they see everything, they help with all household matters as it used to be. We cook together, do laundry. Well, at least they see all this and join in when they want to help. Well, this is well known. Children always want to help. For me, this is the most valuable. Well, and it's actually not difficult. When you're not rushing anywhere, you don't have to run to work.
They learn to entertain themselves. No, of course, they need to be given some tasks, of course, to help them out in some way. Teach them to draw, I don't know, mold, but in general, the child finds something to do independently. So we just sat at the table, had a meal, and now two have already run off to play. They are running around somewhere. The older one is looking after the younger one. Ksushka is sitting with us. So it's not like we have to constantly entertain them non-stop. They are growing up self-sufficient. I think this is very important. And it will be useful to them in life as well.
In other words, absolutely a child who finds something to do, so she doesn't bother me. A mother shouldn't have to run around the child and organize their space, rather the opposite. Children should help parents, and when a parent is doing something, the child is right there nearby. At first we cooked together, now she can perfectly make pancakes, cook soup, boil porridge, and some other things. Sews, then washes the floors. Well, I don't know. The child, for her age, she does a lot that, for example, I didn't do at her age. And when a child is taught everything from childhood, I believe that the more a person knows in life, the easier it is to live. Easier to choose a profession. He can to do something with his hands. Maybe something. I mean, well, there are many professions where, yes, if it didn't work out in one place, maybe the legislation changed or something else. Yes, I still have 50 professions that I can sew here, knit here, cook here, and when a person does this, not at the age of 30 or 40, but learns everything in childhood, their hands grow from the right place, places. Well, such people are always in demand. Everyone is always glad to have them. They have such positive energy. I see many advantages in this song.
Of course, the kids are doing well here. They play with each other. Someone asks, what will the kids do? Like different activity clubs. We have a settlement not far from the stanitsas here, and you can take them to various clubs. There are excellent teachers here. In our settlement, there is a cultural center, Zadornova. Also, there are many teachers for drawing, music, dance, and acting skills. Horseback riding. Our eldest goes there. It's really wonderful.
Why am I doing this? For what? Why my child? Why? Right? Our children are our reflection. Certainly. So if we see that a child is not interested in anything, yes, it means that we have no desire to live, create, or develop.
Here. And yes, children see that there are divorces, there are some other unfavorable, yes, moments, but that's life, I think, just like this. And the main thing is to teach them that there are other options, that you can do it this way, or this way. Choose. There's not just one option, like in school they always taught us, where in mathematics there's only one solution. But that is probably not very correct, because in life there is rarely only one way to solve any issue. In life there are always multiple options, and you can come up with a solution that has never existed before. Here. And that's very valuable. And specifically, teaching children to think, teaching children to live differently, in my view, is the task of parents to raise a child, well, until 16, until 18 years old, to give them everything you can give, and then let them choose their own path.
Be kind, okay?